Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. As a part of this Block Island Sound event, I'm going to return home to Philadelphia from Groton-New London, Connecticut. People are signing off, it's all winding down, but there's still some control on. Tower is 125.6. Groton Tower, November 66 Lima X-ray, looking to pick up IFR to Philadelphia, please.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, Groton Tower, good evening. Cleared to the Philadelphia Airport, the order vectors to join Victor 58, 10 as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect level 26010, that's after departure. Departure frequency 133.85, squawk 5541.
Alright, 66 Lima X-ray, we're cleared as file to Philly. Radar vectors to join Victor 58, climb to 3000, expect flight level 260 in 10 minutes. Departure is 133.85, squawk 5541 for 66 Lima X-ray.
Runway 6 Lima X-ray, that is correct. Information Romeo is current, expect runway 23.
Alright, we'll expect 23, we'll call you when we're ready, 6 Lima X-ray. Squawk's no good. 55. Oh, I transmitted that. 5541 is in the box. Altimeter's local setting. I need the charts. I mean the checklist. Master switches are on. Alternator master switches on. Nav lights are on. Panel lights as required. The APU is running. Masters are on. Fuels checked. Circuit breakers checked. Doors are closed and lights are out. Passenger briefing is complete. Parking brakes are on. Rotating beacon is on. Fuel pump is on. Throttles are idle. We're clear left and right. Bleed air select number 2. Engage the starter. Number 2's turning.
Delta 5 for the uniform, are you requesting flight following this evening?
N2's rising, ITT's rising.
Following up to
Fuel pressure's rising. Fuel's introduced, good ignition. Bleed air normal. Start switch selected to ground. Engine stabilizing, bleed air over to number 1. Select number 1. Starter engaged.
42, contact Providence departure on 133.85.
N2's rising, ITT's rising, fuel pressure's rising.
2, and we'll contact Providence.
Fuel's introduced.
That frequency is going to be 133.85. If you're still on, we'll
good ignition, bleed air normal, starter switch selected to ground. Let the engine stabilize. Oils, temps, and pressures are looking good. Engines are green. Bleed air is normal. ATIS, pick that up.
Philly weather, wind 180 at 8, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 5, dew point 3, altimeter 3033. There's a rush runway 23 in use. PFR aircraft to direction of flight. Redirect required for all runway hold turn instructions and assigned altitudes. Advisors for contact and information at Romeo.
Alright, we have Romeo. Clearance delivery, we have the clock is set, the transponder is set, we're squawking normal.
Actually, for planning purposes, how long until you'll be ready for taxi?
6 Lima X-ray, we're going to be ready momentarily.
Okay, take your time. There's a Beechcraft band that's just crossing over the field now. They're doing the full ILS runway 5, so it's going to be a minute or two before we can get you out for release off runway 23. And I made also departure off runway 16. Just let me know when you're ready, but no rush.
Alright, 6 Lima X-ray, copy. Pitot heat's on, de-ice is on. The autopilot is, let's just go to 4,000. I'll do that at 3,000 feet per minute, 250 knots below 10,000 feet. And the flight director is on. Landing gear selectors down, lights are test. Heat de-ice flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set for takeoff. Cabin alerts as required. APU will shut that down. APU's coming down, master switch is off, and then taxi clearance. Airport chart. Switched airports when I was looking at some information. Go. And Groton Tower 66 Lima X-rays at Majestic. We are ready for taxi and we do have Romeo. Where's the button?
For 6 Lima X-ray, just about to approach, and they'd like you to depart runway 23. I think that's a terrible idea, but despite that, we'll get you going now, and hopefully we can get you out without a delay. So, no delay, runway 23, taxi to Charlie, and you'll be ready to upon reaching the end there?
6-6 Lima X-ray, yeah, we'll make it so that we're ready. Runway 23 via Charlie. Alright, let's move, no delay. Taxi lights are on, brakes are released. We gotta turn here. Vertical speed reads 0 and airspeed indicator reads 0. Heading indicator turns properly on both sides. Spoilers. Fully deployed, light illuminates. Retract, light extinguishes. Runway 23. Make sure I'm going the right way. Alright, reversers, 2 unlocked, 2 in reverse, 2 stowed, good, moving. Flight controls are free and correct. Departure briefing, we're going to depart runway 23, standard callouts. Failures before VR, we stay here. Failures after VR, with the exception of fire and loss of directional control, we'll go airborne and most likely return to this airport. Navigators are set, comm radios are set, transponder set, it's normal, pitot heat's on, DS is on, yaw dam's off, star switches are set to continuous. Flap set for takeoff, trim set for takeoff, fuel pumps are on. Note time and fuel. Clearance. Taxi lights off. And Tower 66 Lima X-ray will be ready.
For 6 Lima X-ray, unfortunately, and as I suspected, there is traffic now on the approach for runway 5, so runway 23 won't work. Runway 5 would have worked, but it got overruled. So that's a whole turn on 23, and as soon as the fire aircraft gives me a call here and they break off the approach, we'll get you going. Apologies for the delay here.
Alright, 6 Lima X-ray, we'll hold short, runway 23.
Thanks, he's just coming up on about a 6-mile final opposite direction for runway 5, so I'll be long.
Roger. Alright, well, the no delay didn't work, so let's just verify that we've got everything set. We didn't rush too much. Departure frequency, 13385.
1900 on the localizer, sorry, not on the localizer, on the ILS approach for runway 5.
Lima Victor Oscar November Oscar Groton Tower, good evening, altimeter 3033, circle at your discretion, runway 23, cleared to land.
Okay, so hold on runway 23, please land, nothing farewell.
What happened? Where'd that aircraft go? We lose that aircraft on final.
X-ray currently, wind 180 at 8, fly runway heading, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
Okay, runway heading, runway 23, we're clear for takeoff, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, brakes are released, lights and strobes are on, turn the fuel pumps back on. We look left, we look right, looks clear. Altimeter is the current setting. This is runway 23. Bring the engines up 40%. They're synced. Temps and pressures look good. We're going to advance to takeoff power. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive 2 times. 80 knots. Cross check. Good engines. Continue. V1. VR. Positive rate. Gear up. Gear up selected. Gear in transit. Gear up, lights out. 400 above, flaps coming up. Turn the yaw damp on. Stable climb, 4,000, runway heading.
Aircraft flying on ready to roll by the number 6 X-ray, contact departure, have a good flight.
66 Lima X-ray, we're switching. Good night, thanks. Good evening, departure November 66 Lima X-ray, climbing through 3,000 for 4,000, runway heading.
616 X-ray, Providence departure radar contact. Flying maintain 10,000, proceed direct East Hampton.
Alright, climb maintain 10,000, direct East Hampton, 66 Lima X-ray.
There's 78 kilo radio clear, visual approach, runway 236.
Visual runway 23, 8 kilo Lima.
8 kilo Lima for sequencing, proceed direct the airport at this time.
Alright, direct east Hampton. After takeoff checks. Gears up, lights are out, flaps are retracted and indicated, yaw damp is on, autopilot is checked and set, altimeter is the local setting, we're above 5, the fuel pump can go off.
Contact ground tower 1.
Above 10, the landing lights, star switches selected to flight.
125.6, thank you so much.
Number 663 X-ray, contact Boston Center 134.7.
Center on 134.7 for 66 Lima X-ray, we're switching, good night.
Good night, sir. 401 approved.
Good evening, Boston Center 66 Lima X-ray, climbing through 8,500 for 1010,000. Leveling off at 10,000.
American 1439, 5 miles from lane, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS from lane 2 left approach.
Clear for the ILS 22 left for American 1439.
That's not bad.
Number 662 X-ray, Boston Center, climb and maintain level 260.
Climb maintain flight level 260, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, above 10, the landing lights are off, and I can accelerate.
Evergreen 398, someone's heading 360, descend and maintain 6,000, sectors ILS, runway 32 left approach.
360 down to 6,000, Evergreen 398. Boston Center, good evening, Delta 429, level 5,000, 38 miles southwest of Bays.
Delta 429, Boston Center, good evening. Squawk 475.
4750, Delta 429.
Delta 429, radar contact 35 miles southwest of base, climb and maintain 1000, Providence, altimeter 3034.
1000-3034 for the altimeter, Delta 429.
American 1439, wind 230 at 13, runway 2 left, first line.
Clear to land, 2 left, American 1439.
Virgin 160, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 3031.
Left and descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival.
Virgin 160, thanks. This is an information echo. Expect the ILS approach. Okay, 54, welcome back to Boston. Right turn Charlie. Hold short runway. Right turn and hold short 22 right, first chair 54. 54, Foxtrot works as well. Taxi direct. You have Foxtrot Alpha. Lost runway 22 right. Have a good night. Taxi Ram Foxtrot Alpha. Cross 22 right. Have a great night. Car 54.
Through 180, altimeter set to standard.
Delta 429, expect the visual approach when it's 23 at Providence, and watch out for different.
Boston Center, good evening. Metro 5436, flight level 250, and approximately 75 to the west of Palm.
Delta 429, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, that was the visual for 2-3 and descend via the Jordan 2. Is that for 429?
No. So just expect the visual runway 23 unless you have a different request.
I'd like the ILS for 2-3 if that's possible, 429.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Metro 5436, Boston Center, squawk 4711.
4711, sorry about that, Metro 5436.
Evergreen 398, left 330, descend to maintain 3000.
330 down to 3000, Evergreen Community.
Delta 401, thanks. Metro 5436, radar contact 10 miles of Hancock, maintain hold
250, Metro 5436.
Leveling off at flight level 260.
Over 669 X-ray, leaving minor space in New York and Washington are closed. Radar service affirmative. Continue to have a good night.
Alright, 66 Lima X-ray, thanks for the service. You have a good night. Thanks. Good night. Twice. Repeat.
Metro 5436, clear back to Tayfon.
Parrot.
Great case on Metro 5436.
American 1439, welcome to Boston, taxi to the gate via Charlie Alpha.
Gyms 3. We have no more control, we're all on our own. Except the Philly ATIS is still up.
Bird activity vicinity airport. Operate planes Honda on low T on the taxiways and runways. Recycle runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Philadelphia International Airport ATIS information Bravo. 0254 Zulu Special. Web 130 at 6. Visibility 10. 3,800 Groton. 5,000 overpass. Temperature 7. 2.0. Altimeter 3027. Approaching use ILS runway 9 right. ILS runway 17. Departing runway 9 left. Runway 17. Runway 8. Taxiway hotel between taxiway echo closed. Taxiway Foxtrot remain taxiway Bravo. New taxiway Foxtrot permission parallel to taxiway Echo. Taxiway Echo 5 permission. CPPLC operational. Bird activity vicinity airport. Operate planes Honda on road C on the taxiways and runways. Recycle runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Alright, so we have information Bravo for Philly. We're flying in on the Gyms 3 arrival. We're gonna expect and execute the ILS runway 9 right. Where is that? The frequency is 109.3. The approach course will be 087. We'll change this to 087. 087, check. Crossing altitude is 4,000. The missed approach is a climb to 1,500, then a climbing right turn to 3,000. Direct to Woodstown, Vortac, and hold it. Woodstown, Pullman 2.8. See if we can pick that up. There we go. Nope. Too far away. We need to cross, according to the Gyms arrival, we need to cross Gyms, landing PHL at 8,000 feet. Gyms is in 70 miles. We have to be at 8,000 feet. So I will begin down. Down at 8,000. But I'll make it a more subtle descent. Continuing this arrival, let's just review this. Landing Philly 9 left or right from over Gyms, track 288 to Tulks, then track 353 to cross Cheese at 190, then on track 266 to Stake, and then on track 266 expect radar vectors to final approach course. So if you're from Philly, or you know anything about Philly, you know they're famous for their cheesesteaks. And there's three main places. There's the touristy places, which are Gino's and Pat's, located down in South Philly. I think Pat's is the corner of Wharton Street and Passyunk Street, and Gino's is just catty corner to that. Jim's is on South Street. Jim's is the legit cheesesteak. I mean, Gino's and Pat's are great. You know, some people are all about Gino's, some people are all about Pat's, but to me, and I think to most true local Philadelphia, Jim's is the legit cheesesteak on South Street. So, in the arrival procedure, the Jim's 3 arrival into Philadelphia, if I could get it to not turn. I'm flying to Briggs, then I rocket, then to the Jim's intersection, where then I go to cheese, and then to steak. Jim's cheese steak. I love when you find those little nuances in the arrival procedures. So if you're ever in Philly, Jim's cheesesteak on South Philly, that's the legit place. You'll wait in line, but the line moves fast and it's good. I haven't had one in a couple years now, so now that I'm talking about it, thinking about it, I'm planting that seed that I'm due to go down there and get myself one. And if you didn't know, I do live in the Philly area. Alright, we're turning from Briggs to iRocket. We need to now be descending a little more briskly. So I need to be crossing Jim's, which is in 35 miles at 8,000 feet. Alright. At 3 minutes to iRocket. Fortunately, we got no air traffic control on. I wish we did. We'll do the approach in-range checklist. Passenger briefing is complete. The seatbelt signs are, or the cabin alerts are as required. When we descend through, big turbulence, descend through 18, we'll set the altimeter. Bravo. Where's that radio altimeter? 3001. What was the altimeter? Now I gotta listen to the ATIS again.
New taxiway Foxtrot permission parallel to taxiway Echo. Taxiway Echo 5 permission. PPPLC operational. Good activity vicinity airport. Operate transponder on low T on the taxiways and runways. Recycle runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Philadelphia International Airport Data Information Bravo. 025
below 18
special. Left 130 at 6. Visibility 10. 3,800 broken. 5,000 overpass. Temperature 7. 2.0. Altimeter 3027.
3027, that's what I need to know. 3027. 3036 right now, but I'm still a little bit of ways. stars set, nav instruments checked and set. 109.3, 087 is the approach course. Flight instruments are checked. Below 10, we'll put the landing lights on. Turn the star switches to continuous. Marker beacon, we'll turn that on. ATIS, we've retrieved. Bravo. Primary nav aid set and identified. Approach chart review. ILS, 9 right. I did review this, but I'll just do it again quickly. Crossing altitudes 4,000. Minimums are 200. Missed approach is a climb to 1,500, then a climbing right turn to 3,000. Direct to Woodstown, VOR and hold. Next is the before landing checklist. And here comes Jim's, and I'm a little sloppy. I'm coming in a little fast. I should be quite a bit slower when I get here, but there's no air traffic control on and it's not busy, so I'm just kind of moving quickly. But I will cut it down when I get to 10,000. But we're going to cross Jim's, and then cheese and steak. Jim's cheesesteak. I like it. I didn't know that. There's another one in Philly that's good. I cannot remember. It's an arrival. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I want to say it's on the Bojid. On the Bojid? No. Wasn't on the Bojid. It's maybe the Bunts. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it is the Bojid. Hold on. Yes, it's on the Bojid. And in Philadelphia, I-76 is called the Schuylkill Expressway because it runs parallel to the Schuylkill River. And if you come in on the Bojid 2 arrival and you're landing on the 9s, you'll go to the waypoint School, then Kill, then Express, then Way. And if you actually fly this route, it does fly over the Schuylkill Expressway. So it's the School Kill Expressway. Anyway, those are the stars into Philly that have some meaning behind them. But you have to be a local Philly person to kind of get them. We're below 10, the landing lights are on. I've got to slow down a little here. We're on our way to cheese. Level at 8. Check the altimeter. We are slowing. So a controller, if he was online, after we've crossed Jim's at 8, he would tell us to send to 6. So let's do that. The one nice thing about being by myself out here, I am on Unicom, yes, is I can vector myself quite closer to the airport. Departure's on, but he won't act as anything but towered for me. 124.35. So I'll call him when I'm established. And you also have to kind of understand how the hierarchy of air traffic control works in the Vatsim world, because it's not the same as the real world. Not every position is full all the time. So basically, whatever controller position he works, he controls that position and any position under him. So departure, he would be acting as tower, ground, and clearance. Now approach would be acting as approach, tower, you know, but it depends on who's online too. You know, if someone below you is online, then they control that sector. It's very complicated, and without visuals it's hard to explain. We'll be leveling off at 6, 250 knots. We're going to stake now. I will start slowing down. Can't see the airport. Controller would probably give us down to either 3 or 4. I think 4 was the crossing altitude, right? Yeah, we're going down to 4,000 now. That airport right in front of us, that's Wilmington, Delaware. Another airport I frequent often. We're getting up to stake. I'm going to now go vectors to final and activate that. So to 210 knots. To get in there in the speed checks, I'll put 10 degrees out. I need to lose about 20 knots. I still don't have a visual on the airport. Alright, we'll do the before landing checks. We'll turn the fuel pump on. Landing lights are on. Altimeter is the local setting. Spoilers are armed and flaps as required. Landing checklist is next. I got the airport in sight. Fly the localizer for the approach. Right on the glide slope, so I will begin a nice gentle descent. I know to call you. Oh, what was Bravo? Good evening, Philadelphia. November 66 Lima X-ray. We're establishing on the ILS for 9er right with Bravo.
66 Lima X-ray, Philadelphia, hello. Altimeter 3027 and wind 130 at 6, only 9er right with wind.
9er right, cleared to land, 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, we're getting established. Speed checks, 10 degrees. Gonna put the gear down. Gears in transit. Gears down, 3 green, 20 degrees flaps going out. Alright. Landing checklists, gear down, 3 green lights. Flaps, speed checks, we're going full. Yaw damp, autopilot, auto throttle, and flight director are next. Counter marker. Alright, autopilot's gone, yaw damp's off, flight director's off, auto throttles are off. I'll fly the rest of the way. That was super annoying. That was my phone ringing, if you can see that flashing. I'm gonna land a little long so my taxi isn't as long. So this will be deliberate.
Extra 102 Philadelphia engine left road, one taxi at Sierra Yankee Juliet to ramp.
Alright, touchdown. Spoilers are out. And reversers. 2 unlocked, 2 in reverse. 100 knots. Alright, 60 knots. Reversers are stowed. Alright, now I know he called me and gave me instructions. I heard nothing. At 66 Lima X-ray, we're clear in 9er right, taxi to Atlantic.
6 Lima X-ray, taxi via Sierra Delta, departing in cross runway 35.
Alright, Sierra Delta, cleared across runway 35 for 66 Lima X-ray. Alright, after landing checks, spoilers are retracted, flaps are coming up, landing lights are off, strobe lights are off, marker beacon is off, fuel pump is off, de-ice and pitot heat are off, starter switches are off. And we would bring the APU up, but this is our final shutdown.
Departure low. Welcome cleared to Los Angeles via the Philadelphia 2 departure. That vector is Woodstown, then it's filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 360, 10 after departure. Departure is this frequency. Squawk 3061.
Clear that file and welcome to Squawk continuous on 331.
Alright, we're going Sierra Delta, really it's Sierra Delta Alpha.
3061.
One on the box, next on 331.
We're cleared across runway 35. We'll look. Oh, I gotta click on the screen. Look right, look left, we're clear.
Six Lima, exit cross runway 27 right.
Alright, 6 Lima X-ray clear across 27 right on Delta, and then I imagine right turn Alpha, right?
Affirmative, sir.
Thank you. Alright, we're cleared to cross. We look right, we look left. Or we look left and right. We gotta cross runway 8. And 6 Lima X-ray, just verify cleared to cross runway 8.
6 Lima exit, affirmative cross runway 8.
Clear to cross runway 8 on Delta. Thank you, 6 Lima X-ray. Alright, we're cleared to cross. We're on the other side already.
Actually, American 331, I have an amendment to your flight plan.
Ready to copy, American 331.
American 331, you're gonna take the Philadelphia departure radar vectors Modena instead of Woodstown.
Modena instead of Woodstown, American 331.
Okay. Well, we are ending this Wednesday event, which was the Block Island Sound event. I had flown from Philadelphia up to Providence, Providence to New London, Connecticut, and then back to Philadelphia. So that was a nice little evening of flying. Parker back here in our home hangar. Appreciate you coming along. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscriptions. And until next time, happy landings. Alright, we'll stop here. Brakes are set, fuel cutoff 1 and 2, beacons off, taxi lights are off.